I promised myself I would not record this podcast. I promised my niece Stacy and I promised myself. Who needs to hear about some pathetic mishap on another road trip? Nope, I wasn't going to talk about this one. That is until I figured out what the real message of this particular near catastrophe was. Let's have ourselves a pocket-sized pep talk, and I'll tell you the whole story.
A pocket-sized pep talk, the podcast that can help energize your business and your life with a quick, inspiring message. Now, here's your host, Rob Jollis.
The sad part of the story goes like this. Rob finishes his seminar in New York. Rob meets up with his family. Rob and family take the Long Island Railroad to Long Beach to spend a few days with their friends. Rob helps family with their luggage and finds his laptop bag with the most important items he possesses is no longer on the train. In 40 years of travel, Rob has never lost a bag, let alone one that kept all his major possessions. Rob is devastated, but that's not the story. The happy part of the story goes like this. 30 minutes later, while being consoled by his friends and waiting for the police to file a report, Rob's phone rings. Turns out someone saw the laptop bag away from the other bags. And after asking the person closest to it, who was not Rob, decides to protect it, removes it from the train, and takes it home. 20 minutes later, Rob and his laptop bag with the most important items he possesses are back in his hands again. Oh, and Rob wasn't just happy. Rob was beside himself with jubilation. As a matter of fact, Rob was happier than he had been for quite some time. Yes, Rob was elated, but that's not the story either. Wasn't having finished a seminar good enough? No industry has been hit harder than the seminar and travel industry, and yet here I was finishing one of my best months of consulting in a year and a half without any real celebration or fanfare. Wasn't meeting up with my wife and daughter for a nice trip with wonderful, good friends enough? Spending time away with your loved ones usually puts a smile on most people's faces, including mine. And yet, I was almost going through the motions of affection to both. Wasn't going to see two of our closest friends on the face of the earth in their beautiful waterfront home good enough? These are friends we have seen at least a couple times a year for over 35 years and always have a wonderful time when we're together. And yet I was focused on the long train ride to see them. It was a 45-minute train ride. All these wonderful blessings, and yet having my laptop bag missing for about 30 minutes and then found is what it took to make me truly happy. And that's the story. Why is it that we practically sleepwalk our way through things that we should rejoice in and are not truly happy until something is taken away and given back to us? How often do we take stock in our good health after a health scare? How often do we thank our lucky stars for the job we have after our name doesn't appear on a list of layoffs? I'm happy to have been reunited with my laptop bag, computer, mouse, keys, cords, books, sunglasses, credit cards, and more. However, I'm even happier that I not only figured out what the real story was, I'm going to keep that message front and center.
Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and recommend it on iTunes, Outcast, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also get more information on this show and Rob at jollis.com.